Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are understanding the videos I am sending to teach you. Today we will be discussing the same lesson, lines and angles, exercise 5.1, and today we will be discussing about adjacent angles, vertically opposite angles and a linear pair. I'll explain all these through the questions given in the book. Now question number 7. It says state whether the following pair of angles are adjacent. If not, give reasons. Now, adjacent angles are a pair of angles which have a common vertex, a common arm, and the other two arms lie on the opposite side of the common arm. If these three conditions are satisfied, then we say the angles are adjacent. Now, the first condition is common vertex. You can see in the first part we do have a common vertex, but in the second part, angle 1, the vertex lies here, and angle 2, this is the vertex. So they do not have common vertex. So this means the second part, angle 1 and angle 2 are not adjacent. In the first part, coming to the second condition, they should have a common arm. So you can see this arm is the common arm, and the other arm, angle 1, this is the second arm, and angle 2, this is the second arm. They are lying on the opposite side of the common arm. Therefore, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angles. Now coming to question number 8. Which of the following pair of angles form a linear pair? Now what do you mean by linear pair? Linear pair is formed by adjacent angles whose sum is 180 degrees. So these two conditions, they have to be adjacent angles and the sum has to be 180 degrees. So if you see in the first part, these two angles, though the sum is 180 degrees, but they are not lying on the same vertex. So therefore they do not form a linear pair. In the second part, you can see they have a common vertex, a common arm, and the sum is also coming out to be 180 degrees. Therefore the second part is a linear pair. We can also say two angles lying on a straight line which are adjacent form a linear pair. So if you can see, this is a straight line, and angles on a straight line means a straight angle which is 180 degrees. Coming to question number 9. I think so you can try it on your own. I'm just doing one part for you. Name all pair of adjacent angles in the given figure. Now if you see, at vertex A we have two angles. I have marked them as angle 1 and angle 2. Now I'll name them angle 1, angle DAC, and angle 2, angle CAB. I have given the 3-point naming of the angles. This is the first linear pair. Now you can move to vertex C, then to vertex B, and you can name the adjacent angles. Coming to question number 10, we have another thing in this question, vertically opposite angles. Now what are vertically opposite angles? The angles formed on an intersecting lines which have a common vertex but they do not have any common arm. Now if you see angle 1 and 2, they are vertically opposite angles. They have a common vertex. These two lines are intersecting at this vertex. And angle 1, this is the first arm and this is the second arm. And of angle 2, these two are the arms. So they do not have any common arm. Such angles are called vertically opposite angles. So I'll begin with the first part, the linear pair. I'll start with one vertex at a time and I will move in a clockwise manner. So angle 1 is forming a linear pair with angle 3, because you can see this is a straight line. Angle 3 is forming a linear pair with angle 2 also. So you can see this is again a straight line, and angle 2 is forming a linear pair with angle 4. Again this is a straight line, and angle 4 is also following a linear pair with angle 1. So angle 4 and angle 1. So at this vertex we have 4 linear pairs. Now you can write the linear pairs at the second vertex and then at the third vertex. Coming to the second part, pair of vertically opposite angles. Again I'm starting from this vertex. Angle 1 and angle 2 are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles also have a property that they are equal. So suppose if angle 1 is 60 degrees angle 2 will also be 60 degrees. And at this vertex we have another pair of vertically opposite angles, 3 and 4. Angle 3 and angle 4. Now you can try it for the other vertices also. Coming to question number 11, they are saying one of the angles forming a linear pair is acute. What can you say about the other angle? The other angle has to be an obtuse angle because for a linear pair the sum has to be 180 degrees. If both the angles are acute, the sum will not be 180 degrees, it will be less than 180 degrees. If both the angles are obtuse, the sum will exceed 180 degrees. Therefore, it has to be a combination of an acute angle and an obtuse angle, or both the angles can also be right angles. Question number 12, we have to find the unknown angle marked as x. So now in this question, you can see we have to apply all the properties of angles which we have studied. If you see first part, I'll not see the lower half of the angle. You can see the upper half. It is a straight line. So we will write down it as x plus 30 degrees should be equal to 180 degrees. And the reason for it is, I'm writing it as LP, linear pair. On solving equations, we get x is equal to 180 minus 30. X is equal to 150 degrees. Similarly, you can try the second part and the third part. Now, I hope so you have understood how to solve these questions and you will be able to complete exercise 5.1, all the parts. Thank you, children. God bless.